Hello grade 5s, this is Ms. Wong. I just want to go over quickly what we did in class this past week on the Skylines. So this is a reminder for some people, or this is an introduction to what we are doing for this week. So we were talking about skylines, and we confirmed that the definition of a skyline is an outline of buildings defined against the sky. So, for example, we can look at Hong Kong here, which was where I was born. This skyline is absolutely spectacular because, as you can see, all the lights are lit up, and I was telling the class that every evening at 8 o'clock, there is a light show called a Symphony of Lights. So all of these buildings would light up to a tune that was played by a symphony, and it's a really great show. So if you're ever in Hong Kong, feel free to check it out, or I think you can even YouTube it. So let me bring something more familiar to you. So here's our home base, Toronto, and as you can see from this skyline, the buildings here they look 2D, but of course, as we know, the buildings of the skyline are 3D figures. And what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to choose a skyline that is very popular in the world, and I would like you to recreate it using a software program called SketchUp, which is downloaded onto all your laptops. So I'm just going to quickly go over SketchUp as well, just to show you what we can do. But I'm not going to go through everything because I feel it's best that you learn by exploring and trying the tools in the program. So if we could just minimize this and switch over to SketchUp. So this screen over here is going to show up once you click into the icon on SketchUp. And what you want to do is you're going to choose templates, and you're going to select the simple template meters, because of course we are in the metric system. And once that's selected, we can start using SketchUp. So we can press the button here at the bottom right. Aha, there we go. This is SketchUp. Let me just move it over here so we can all see. So very quickly, now there is a person here just to show us that it's a 3D. We can select it. We're under the select tool, the select tool right now at the top left here. Anytime you want to select something, you just click it, and this person's highlighted. And right now I'm just going to click delete on my keyboard, and boom, disappear. And what we're going to do is, again, very briefly, I'm just going to go through a few things. We're going to use a rectangle tool over here, which I just selected, and you're going to just make a rectangle, a very flat rectangle on the ground here. And once you have it, you are going to select this push and pull tool, and as you can see, if I move the icon here, it will be highlighted in these little blue dots, and I'm going to push up. I'm going to hold on to my mouse and push up, and I've created a rectangular prism. Now, just like any other tools, or just like any other programs, there's navigation tools, so you can see things you can move around and see things at different angles. Particularly for this program because it's in a 3D format. So if I just click the orbit button here at the top over here, I can hold onto my mouse and move the screen so I can look around all sides of the rectangular prism. So now that we've done orbiting around the rectangular prism, we can do things like, so these three here are the navigation tools. If I press pan, it doesn't rotate, it just moves side to side. Okay? And of course, zoom, you can make it smaller or make it bigger. Now, of course, we can make other shapes. So if I click the circle, I can also make a flat circle right here. So let me just pan to this side over here. And if I press the push and pull, I'm going to push up, and there we go. And that would be I guess it's a cylinder. Let me just try something here. I think what you can do is if you push down, you can actually even push below as well. So if you're able to tell, because this is a 3D format, we can orbit and see that the cylinder is underground. Now let me just orbit back here, up and pan over to our rectangular prism. And a cool thing that you can do is to make a roof without adding a triangular prism. So we're going to click the line tool, the top left here, and we're going to make a line across this rectangular prism. And here's the key. If I see this blue dot on the pencil, if I select anywhere on the line, it's red and it says on edge. But if I go just a little closer, this midpoint is highlighted for me. So this is the middle of the edge of the rectangular prism. And I'm going to hold my mouse key and drag it and try to find the other midpoint as well. So if it's red, it's on edge. When it's blue, it's midpoint. So now I know that this line is exactly right in the middle of this surface of the rectangular prism. And to make this roof, I will select the move button. Oh, sorry. Before that, click the select tool, highlight the blue line, highlight the line to make it blue, and then click the move button and bring it over the line, the blue line, and I'm going to drag my cursor up, and there is my roof. And of course we can play around this. We can go woo and all sorts of rectangles. You can even go down depending on what kind of house you like. So those are the basic tools we went through, and everything else can be explored. Paint bucket, you can check out different walls that you can add to. So if I could paint this wall, make it that kind of brick, and so forth. So the rest of it is definitely something you can explore, and you will be recreating a skyline with SketchUp. So there we have it.